am really honored to present the award to this next honoree. All of us watched with horror and sadness as a mentally ill student went on an hour-long rampage that claimed 32 lives at Virginia Tech last spring. But for Abigail Spangler, outrage transformed into action. Abby emailed friends until she'd found 32 people to gather together and lie down in front of her local city hall for just 3 minutes. That quiet action caught on and spread across the country, the way sometimes only a whisper can be heard after the shouting. Bringing people together across boundaries of race, politics, and age. Why 3 minutes? That's the amount of time it took the Virginia Tech shooter to get past the poorly enforced state gun laws and purchase 2 deadly weapons. Many of us have had moments of inspiration like Abby's, but while we're wondering what to do next, the moment passes. Abby had an idea after idea, and getting her message out across the country and helping others follow her lead. Her website, protesteasyguns.com, gave step-by-step instructions on how to hold your own lie-in, and plenty of people have, 29 events in 6 months, with many more in the works. Abby says, quote, "We don't raise money, we raise consciousness." One of the lie-ins was organized by a 16-year-old girl named Emma, thinking about going off to college soon and wondering whether or not she'd be safe there. In her speech at the rally, she said, "I hope that with more time and more and more youth will be involved and know that they can change the world despite what a small voice they think they have. And so for being a voice of hope in a time of pain and for sending the signal to millions of people, young and old, that our world must change, I am honored to present Abigail Spangler with the 2007 Strength and Spirit Award."
I'm not ready to make nice. I'm not ready to back down. I'm still mad as hell and I don't have time to go round and round and round. It's too late to make.
Thank you, Redbook, for honoring our Protest Easy Gun social movement with this wonderful award. 3 days after the April 16th Virginia Tech shootings, the deadliest shooting rampage in American history, heartbroken and grief-stricken, I emailed my friends and asked them to lie down beside me in front of City Hall in Alexandria, Virginia, to represent the 32 victims. Within hours, my friends responded overwhelmingly. A few days later, 32 of us, wearing black and Virginia Tech colored remembrance ribbons around our necks, lay down for 3 minutes, the amount of time it took the shooter to buy his gun, and the mere minutes it takes to buy a gun in most of the United States. The participants in the Protest Easy Gun social movement are citizens who are outraged at how easy it is to obtain a gun in the United States and who believe it is time to act against lax U.S. gun laws. We are stepping forward to try to protect our police and all Americans from criminals and dangerous individuals who have easy access to guns. We are not against hunters, guns for private protection, or gun collectors. We are against people hunters. Every year, 30,000 Americans die from guns. That means every 2 years, more Americans are killed by guns than were killed in the Vietnam War. This is simply outrageous. 80% of Americans believe in stricter gun laws, such as better background checks and licensing and registration of guns. The vast majority of Americans want to ban assault weapons like AK-47s and high-capacity ammunition magazines, which can contain hundreds of bullets without a shooter reloading. And we want to close the gun show loophole, which allows private sellers in 33 states to sell guns without a background check. But our voice is not being heard. We aim to make our voice heard. The Protest Easy Gun social movement is spreading as women and men in community after community lie down and protest, passing the baton from one to another. We've now conducted 31 protests in 12 states, from Times Square to Chicago to Dallas to Detroit to Charlotte. Our goal is to encourage like-minded Americans to stage their own protests around the country so that we can influence the public discourse and ultimately the legislative process. We are a social movement fueled by outrage, not money. Passion, pure and simple, is what drives us. Like other Americans before us, we protest to secure a better future for our children, for our police, and for all Americans. Thank you, Redbook, for honoring the Protest Easy Guns movement with this award and for bringing greater attention to this critical national problem.